What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Ktd, and I'm with my boy right here, one and only special guest today. What's your name?
My name's Jordan. How you doing?
Shit, so we got Jordan today. Right now, we are in an abandoned park. Very secluded,
This shit, what was it, 50 miles from any other civilization?
Literally, we are in the middle of nowhere.
Rural outskirts out here, man. As you can see it, nothing around us at all. Just...
Thankfully, we found a bench, to sit down and start this introduction. But we've been looking around and we found a perfect place to get our first questions in. So this is an introduction right here, introducing my boy Jordan. And let's get straight into it. So right now we're doing this at the daytime because I don't have the type of camera for the night vision and stuff. Everything is off iPhone. And we got the iPhone mic. Shout out Apple.
Shout out Apple for him.
So believe in us. Bro, I'm scared as hell right now.
Yo, is that it?
I think so. We're getting close. Oh, thank God it's not dark.
Yo, bro, it's cold. It just got cold as fuck. I
Dude,
swear.
am I hearing shit? Gotta get through these trees and stuff. Oh my God. Oh my God. Halloween vibes. Ktd Halloween. Oh, we're here. Dude, look at this.
This is where the big boob 43-year-old MILF was killed.
Yep. Someone died over here about 10 years ago. Well, no, not 10 years ago. I meant recently. 10 days ago. My bad. 10 days ago. That's why the caution tape is over here and stuff. And this is where we're going to do our first part of the interview. So, wish us luck.
Yo, man, you good? Shit.
Bro, you okay? Sorry, guys. Our cameraman, he just fell. He said he wasn't really feeling good. Kind of technical difficulties. Sorry again. We had another technical difficulty. Paranormal activity over here. It's kind of getting real. It's kind of getting spooky. But we're going to fasten up this interview. Well, not this interview, just this question. We are going into another scary location for this interview today. But this is our first one. So I wanted to ask him one question over here. So, Jordan, what do you think we should do to help the homeless?
Man. I mean, that's a controversial one for sure. Simple thing. Occam's razor, simplest solution is always the correct one. You could tax the most extremely wealthy people, let's say in our country, and have some sort, because if there was a standard tax on the top 5 wealthiest families in America, enough to the point where it would actually aid homeless people currently, it wouldn't be much, and that's me saying it, so I'm not the people with the billions of dollars. They might miss a couple 100,000 or a couple 100 million, whatever, but I would say first build shelters, communities, establish safe places for these people who are unfortunately on the streets, where they would feel like they could get a nice meal or have lights and have a little cot or a bed or something to sleep on, I think that's the start of it, really. And then, long term, I don't know if there's ever a cure for a long term, because there's always a part of homelessness that stems from somebody fucking themselves over, making the wrong choices, getting addicted to this or fucking going to jail, not being able to recover and all that shit. So there's always these urges that humans will have that might lead them making their own mistakes and leaving them on the streets or something like that. But as far as helping, like I said, those things aforementioned are, I believe, the solutions that might,
Yeah, I agree 100%. But I also think, we're all humans, so we all have our mind of our own. So we can't help as much to the homeless because it's up to them, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I think we do enough. Like, we already have the rehabilitation centers and all that. It's up to them to, get out of their situation.
Right. That's what I was saying with like there's always gonna be people who fuck themselves over, and
Mhm.
like it's kind of result of your own action. You got to get yourself out of it. I get that for sure. That's a little more controversial, but
Okay. That was nice, but that was the only question we had for this location of the interview, so I'm getting kind of scared, so we're going to chop this shit up. We're exiting this abandoned park. Let's get out of here. Oh, shoot.
yo, bro, yo.
Oh, hell. What's up, everybody? So we are at our final destination, and my boy Jordan is going to explain us to where we are at right now.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ktd. This is a ancient two-story home from the early 17th century, and it is said and speculated to have housed ancient demonic artifacts. Come with me, please. Amongst that same speculation, there's been talks that if you were to engage in here and not leave for 6 hours, when you walk out, you will be able to see a shadow of yourself or some mysterious
Doppelganger.
activity.
Thank you if you're still watching. Make sure to subscribe. Kids These Days, Anthony Archive. Let's get to the second interview. Sorry for the camera difficulties, technical difficulties, but let's go in. Let's do the second part of the interview. Bro, Jordan, look at this shit. No, we did not put these chairs here.
I'm pretty sure that's the ancient Gaelic symbol for damnation to all who enter.
Holy crap, I'm
I
scared.
think I read that shit in a book or something, man, I swear.
Okay. I'm scared, but we did not put these chairs here. This is our first time going in here, and this is what it looks like. Kind of scared. But it looks like this place wanted us to have the interview, but we're going to get right into it. What's up, everybody? We're at our final destination right now to this two-story homed scary place or whatever. Okay, so I have this one question for my good friend Jordan today, and the question is, what made you who you are today?
All right. Well, thank you for asking me that, Mr. Ktd. Always happy to give my input. I would say, same as everyone, the things that shaped me, made me who I am, are just the actions I've taken, what I've done, good and bad, the things that I've learned from, even if it was the bad decision or a bad mistake or whatever, you learn from your mistakes and move on. And the good decisions, I know what works, or seems to work. I would say, of course, you're influenced by your, surroundings, your family and how they care for you and all that stuff. Me particularly, thing that I think shapes me the most is this hunger, this drive I feel every single morning when I get out of bed, just absolute crushing it, wake up every morning, like, what will I do today? What will I seize today? There's an old phrase, carpe diem, you gotta seize the day. What will I seize today, You really gotta look at it deeper, like, yeah, I'm living here. I live on this planet, this earth, but what is it doing for me? I'm doing all this shit, I'm living, I'm surviving. No, you're surviving. You're not living, you're surviving. If you want to live this life, you gotta seize this planet that we live on. You gotta learn. You gotta learn, man. You see, like that man's not living no more. He don't got a wing anymore. He's dead. You know what I mean? So, like, just like that, your shit can, like, switch. You could be dead,
Shit. That was very nice. Like, you have your imagination is what you can put in your hands. It's all up to you.
Really, the world is your oyster.
The only thing that's stopping you from what you want to do is yourself. You are your own worst enemy. But that was the only question we had for today. Well, for this destination. So we're going to cut it off. Thank you.
One night later.
What's up, everybody? It's Mr. KTD, and this is the second day of the interview that we did before, the part 1 and part 2. It was a very deranged interview. It was very hectic. We went to sleep the night of that interview, and we slept for 12 hours. It was painful.
Crazy dreams.
Thankfully, we made it home safe, and we're able to finish this interview. And I also want to thank everybody who took the time out of their day to watch this interview and to make it to this part. I love you all, I really do. And I want to thank my boy Jordan for him being the special guest into this interview. Me and him were able to conflate our ideas into this interview and, just to make this happen. So I want to thank him very much. But we're going to get into our last question for today. So, Jordan, what is the first thing you think of when I tell you the slogan, kids these days?
Okay. Well, of course, first thoughts, kids, like the current generation, like youth, I would say probably, and like specifically kids these days, like I think that's kind of, I don't know, I would say separate from like generations of the past, is that kids nowadays are like, I don't know, more like inquisitive, you know what I mean? Like they're not just like taking what their parents say at face value and like not deviating whatsoever. Maybe it's because like we're in Gainesville, like a liberal town and shit, but it seems like there's more like free thinkers and shit, you know what I mean? Within our generation, I'd say like people up to like 25 probably, like this kind of wave after the older folk, let's say middle-aged people. But in every generation really, there's been the forward thinkers and the inquisitive bunch and like the ones who would question the law, let's say. And it has always been like the younger people, because older people who've lived years have already acquainted themselves and their role and their niche in society. Like they won't deviate from that. Their parents have brought them up on those same principles, and they all just kind of stay in like their lane, so to speak, for lack of a better word. But nowadays, like recently, it's become more like, nah, like I'm gonna do my own thing type shit, like Word of Miles Morales type shit. I know you saw Across the Spider-Verse, crazy movie, 10 out of 10.
That movie was good.
She was here. But yeah, I mean, like kids these days, basically like the current generation, like, and how they're gonna like affect. I mean, I think like the future can only be shaped by the people that are gonna live in the future. It should only be shaped by the people who are gonna live to see that future. So like, why like older people, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, just like they've already lived their life. They're not going to be around for the future, like say you or I would be. So I feel like it's kind of up to you or I, let's say, to like envision the future that we want to see, and then see through that it's like that future, you know what I mean, type shit.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. There's a lot of things that I think we need to do, like we need to accomplish to get things done as a generation. But that's all we have for today. I want to thank everybody once again for this very spooky KTD Halloween interview. Come again, believe in us, believe in me.